Hello, everyone, and welcome to PG Gaming.
I'm P.
And I'm G. This is the Weekly Sanding. This is a segment where we will be going over weekly gaming news, various patch notes that happen at various points in time, and anything else we really want to talk about. I, G, will be going over the more in depth. If say we go into a patch notes, I'll be going over the in depth, numbers, anything that they put out in notes, while P here
I'll be smoothing it out and making it easier to understand for your listening pleasure. And you can really watch the gameplay on this video, or you can just put it on as background noise, or you can just listen to it. It doesn't really matter what you do with it because, your choice.
All right, what do we got going on first?
So, first up, we're going to talk about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And if you haven't already seen the trailer, we're going to put a link in the description, or you can just look up Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon trailer. And we're going to do a little bit of analyzing with it, but just talking about what we hope and think might come.
So first thing I noticed in the trailer is those kids. I don't know what they're playing, but it is not Pokemon. I've never seen Pokemon with that much rapid fire finger going on. Rapid fire button mashing.
um, and then there were a whole bunch of new Z moves. I'm thinking, well, they didn't really look new. They looked like just regular moves. I saw a Lycanroc, I think,
Possibly.
and I know I saw a Mimikyu.
Yeah, there was a Mimikyu. I'm thinking the animations are gonna be there's gonna be a lot more newer animations, and I feel like they'll be definitely going more into Ultra Beasts in this one.
Because Solgaleo and Lunala have what I'm gonna call for now their Ultra form. So Ultra Solgaleo and Ultra Lunala. Um, and I think that they either went to the Ultra Beast world and did some stuff, or they were always Ultra Beasts and they just had some weird little upgrade thingies.
Well, if you remember, when you go, at least when you go back to the spoilers, at least when you go back to the one place, the remember how you go back and get the second
Second Nebby.
yeah, the second Nevi. It's not really a Nevi. I can give it Cosmog. So you go back and get Cosmog again. Uh, they have the Ultra Beast wormhole. But I didn't think about when I first did it, but now that I think about it, that was an Ultra Beast wormhole.
See that?
Yeah. So it's possible that I feel like they're going to have a lot more reference to the fact that Pokemon takes place in some sort of multiverse.
And there's also the whole thing that the Ruby and Sapphire,
The original
original
Ruby and Sapphire
didn't have Mega Evolution. So
it did
either
not,
it was a whole bunch of years after, or it was a completely different universe.
which it appears to be they went to a completely different universe, which is why they're starting to diverge into multiverse, which is actually a smart move just from a narrative standpoint. Not even just like it's cool, it's a neat thing, but if you think about it, it actually allowed them to make the remakes and actually makes them update the gameplay, and it makes sense, and not just basically be they made a new game that they used all the original stuff for.
Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on. So they announced a new Pokemon core game for the Nintendo Switch.
This is all at E3, which happened last week as of the recording of this video.
Um, we don't know if it's gonna be for like if it's gonna be for the whole like Sun and Moon continuation or like a Coliseum game.
I'm really hoping for a Coliseum or a Gale of Darkness.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Shadow Lugia. Shadow Solgaleo.
um,
Another thing that they announced was the new Yoshi game, which from the trailer,
it looks kind of like another side of Paper Mario Sticker Stars. I had that game for a while and I played it for a little bit.
I wouldn't quite call it like the Sticker Stars because if you look, the Yoshi's in 3D, but the world is like cardboard craft.
Yeah, but it's still kind of off of the Paper Mario thing, except it's a little bit more
cardboard 3D. Mario. I think
Origami
it's for
Mario.
Origami Mario. I think it's for the Switch. Yeah, it is for the Switch. The trailer has a little click thing for the Switch. That one looks like it will be interesting. It looks like there's some sort of co-op added in, because they had a red Yoshi that could also do things separate from the green Yoshi, the regular Yoshi.
But I think the red Yoshi just followed it around. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, but it could just be because they had actually a couple people who are really good at co-op games who could get along for the sake of a gameplay demo.
Could be.
Could be.
And for Pokemon Go, they did bug fixes. Not that really anybody cares because Pokemon Go is kind of dead, but I still play it when I can.
We don't live in an area where this is very active. Downsides of living in the sticks. By the way, I love how we're talking about Pokemon and stuff, and I have Payday going on as our gameplay thing. Just gonna point that out. This is some really nice red color schemed heisting. Well, actually, that's safe house defense. But anyway, yeah, that's me playing my dodge build. I love dodge build. I wear like no armor, so I'm like the fastest friggin' player in a session. And I also the most selfish because all my stuff is geared towards keeping me alive and keeping me moving. Moving on.
Well, hold on. Back to the Pokemon Go thing. I think there was a new update towards the beginning of the summer that had a whole bunch of summer stuff in. Some kind of new weird stuff. I haven't really checked it out because I don't think I've updated Pokemon Go in a while. But I do know that there was this cool fire and ice type whole explosion thing. I don't really know what happened. But I did end up getting a couple more fire types. I didn't really see any ice types. Well, I might have, but I didn't have the app open for a really long time when I was where I could actually effectively use it. Okay, anyway, now we're moving on.
Also, a few other things announced at E3 was Anthem. Anthem looks like it'll be a really neat game. I think it's produced by. I'm going to double check on this before I just make assumptions. Made it by BioWare, which is, for some of you who don't know, I believe the people who made the Mass Effect series. And it looks to be a really, really neat game. Essentially, it's Iron Man meets Destiny in gameplay style because you have these exosuits. They're basically Iron Man suits, but they're various forms. So you have, from what we saw in the trailer, there was one that was simply a basic, not much bigger than your average, simply a true to form Iron Man suit. And then you had one that looked like more like the Hulkbuster from one of the newer Marvel movies. So it's I'm just using this as a better way to understand what it is. It's exosuits. You put various things on them. Some will be geared more probably for ballistics or some sort of missiles. The big one in the gameplay trailer that they released at E3 had a mortar, some sort of artillery mortar set up.
So to smooth that out, it's basically a game where there's fancy robot suits that you can customize to your liking.
And you also are playing out in a wilderness setting, just exploring. Various things happen. It looks to be some sort of massively online multiplayer setup, a lot like the game Destiny. For any of you who've played it, if not, well, that's a whole nother thing. Basically, it's open world. There's a safe area. There is everything else is basically wilderness, and there's exosuits and future space flying missiles, bullets, mortars. Boom.
Ow, kazam.
Also, nothing announced at E3 was Assassin's Creed Origins, which goes away from some of the original. I don't think you've played it, P, but a lot of the original Assassin's Creed was murder, stab with wrist knife. I don't know a whole lot about it, although they replaced Eagle Vision with literal Eagle Vision, as now you have your eye in the sky. And to give its name off, I mean, it's all set in Egypt. You play, I guess, as like one of the original assassins.
A couple more add-ins on like how we're going to be set up for a little bit. For now, as we said in the previous video, we won't be showing you our faces for a while. A couple more things. We might be recording a little bit more in my setup. We're still in the same house, but I have a totally different setup than he does. G does. G.
Hi, I'm G.
If you didn't already know. Me, P, won't be playing a lot of games. I might be doing Pokemon Insurgence, which is a fan game. If I didn't already say this, I probably did because I tend to repeat myself because I have a very poor short term memory. Um, but I will be getting some videos to you sometime. Not sure how soon, but sometime. Sometime it is happening. I think that's it.
We'll gradually work on getting a camera that will work. I mean, we have one that'll, well, sort of have one that'll work. That was being iffy. We're gonna get one of good quality, and I think that's it for channel updates. Uh, I will be making some videos soon. I think we'll work on getting our first gateway to nerddom set up, and
Oh, also, if we have any subscribers by this point in time, tell us what you'd like to see for Gateways to Nerddom, and other stuff.
just anything that you
Anything that you'd really like that you think that we can do with our little setup right now.
any games. I'm open to anything. I can do let's plays or guide walkthrough things of Payday 2, a few other games. Just throw in the description something, and we'll see what we can do. Also, for the gateway to nerddom, uh, throw in throw in the comments anything that you don't know how to get into and just feel a little.
Or it was really difficult for you to get into, and you want to have somebody else know how to get into it a lot easier than you did.
This could be anything from PC gaming in general to
The Marvel Universe, stuff like that.
comics to trading card games to
Collectibles.
tabletop role playing, because I do that.
I don't do that. I have had some trouble getting into a couple things, but I think I too love all of our subscribers because we are generally pretty nice people. But I think that's gonna be it for this video.
All right. This has been the Weekly Sanding with PG Gaming. Have a nice day.
Peace out.